Hello, hello. Ooh, look at this lash just hanging. Ooh, Lord. Should have looked in the mirror before we got on camera. Hello. I'm eating popcorn, y'all. I'm sorry. Needed a little snack. Let me see if I can wipe this camera. It feels a little fuzzy. That looks better. That looks better. Mark will be on his way down in a minute. It's so good. I love me some popcorn. If y'all don't know that about me yet, I love me some popcorn. Popped on the stove, though. Can't be microwave. I think it's been years since I've had microwave. Hey, Rochelle. How are you? Oh, you got back to work too, didn't you? How did that go? I was just saying I'm eating some popcorn. Hey, Gigi. Mark will be down in a minute. He's put the kids to bed. He'll be down in a second. Non-stop. I believe it. I believe it. Because you're a nurse, right? Nursing is always nonstop. I feel like pandemic, no pandemic. Nursing is just always going to be nonstop. Is that a lash or is that just my eye? No, that's the lash hanging. I got to get it. This is driving me nuts. There we go. Oh, it's your seat? I forgot.
Okay, Mark.
Huh?
Okay, Mark.
I just forget. I know. I just forgot because you wasn't down here. Let me scoot over. He asking why I'm in his seat. Ugh. The new job is going well. I did start. So this is officially, I don't like how that light looks. This is officially my third week. Technically it's officially my third week, but I was off all last week. But first of all, I did work. Anyway, I was off all last week because we went to Phoenix. So, which that vlog will be coming. We had so much fun in Phoenix. But so this is really like my third week with the company, my second week like working and learning everything. It's been a while since I started a new job, y'all. So having to learn everything from scratch, my God. I forgot how much of a hassle or a headache that is. Like becoming the veteran, at your other company, knowing everything to literally, knowing nothing and just learning everything from the ground up. Plus, they're putting in a bunch of new processes and stuff. And we're a new department and there's a lot of new people. So they don't really know nothing either. So I'm trying to learn while they learning too. But it's going good. Yes, I'm fully remote now. So I'm just sitting around here in my sweatpants and everything. I did get dressed today though and put jeans on, but fully remote. Hey, Stephanie. Oh, that one smell good. What's that? Stone.
They all smell good.
But that smells like a different one. Okay. Like that's not one you use all the time.
This one's still one of the ones in the bag. I'm just going through the bag.
The next sale coming up in June.
Yeah, I need some.
So what y'all been up to? What y'all drinking? I'm drinking $5.99 grocery store wine, lemonade stand. This is strawberry lemonade rosé, which you cracked open. How was it?
It was good.
Yeah, strawberry lemonade rosé by Lemonade Stand at Main and Vine. I got it from my local grocery store. So I'm about to try that. Fully remote too. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I think it's also nice too because especially when you're remote and you have a flexible company. I mean, my boss was like, she's like, I don't care what hours you work. I don't care, just get your work done. She's like, we're all professionals, we're all adults. I don't care what hours you work. I really don't. I'm not checking for it like that. Make your meetings that you need to make, get your stuff done. And that's that. You don't have to tell me if you're going to take a long lunch, if you got to go pick up your kids. I don't care. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's dope.
Wild Huckleberry Wine Spritzer.
Especially.
You ever heard that?
No. I don't drink wine, so.
Clearly you do, because this bottle's half gone.
I didn't drink half. You had to have some of that.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you know what? I had a glass on Monday. I think when you bought it. I think I had a glass the other day.
No.
Yeah.
But clearly you drink some wine.
It tastes like lemon. It literally legit tastes like lemonade. Don't taste like it's any alcohol in there. It's good. Actually, even speaking of remote, today was actually surprisingly in the office. Obviously, I went to the office because I go to the office because I want to now, but it's actually surprisingly we had our team meeting today, our connected team meeting today, and there was actually 8 of us in the conference room and only 4 people on the call.
Look at that.
So yeah, that was the first. It was funny because it was like, oh, it's people in the conference room, and then everybody was like, oh, well, we're gonna go to the conference room.
That's the thing with being hybrid. You never know when other people are there. You never know. I'm about to.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. It's like, don't get me wrong, remote is awesome. I love everything about being remote and the flexibility that being remote brings. But it is not knocking her or anything like that, because obviously it's amazing to be fully remote. But to be able to interact with people and see people is pretty cool too. And that experience, when you want to, that flexibility is key. When you want to see people, you can elect to go in the office and see people.
That's what old people say. I want to be at home. I don't want to see none of y'all. No, I did. I ain't gonna lie. It was nice every now and then to go in the office, and not that I felt like I needed it, but it was nice every now and then to go in the office and see people in person. I didn't need it. I didn't need it for like collaboration purposes.
Yeah.
But to go into the office and just to see people and be like, hey, how you doing? Like, that is definitely missed. I feel like we are already going to be, and our kids are already going to be like communicationally challenged. Like, I honestly do feel like that, because we're so used to being isolated and talking to each other through screens, whether it be computers, whether it be phones, whether it be iPads, FaceTiming. I feel like we're so communicatively challenged already. Our kids are going to be. So, I mean,
I think that's interesting that you say that, because I've said that for a little while now. I've said, like, I wonder how this generation, like, I see it from time to time with like kids who, like, you'll see, like, I've walked past malls and stuff, and like a table full of teenagers sitting at a table, and there's like 4 or 5 of them, and they not talking to each other. They all just like scrolling through their phones while they eating or something like that. Like not interacting with each other. Like, screen time has, like, I feel like definitely changed the game. I even feel like on some like dating myself, aging myself here. Like boys not knowing how to interact with girls, like being scared to be able to go up and talk to a girl and see if you can get her number. You don't have to do that no more. You just shoot your shot.
Slide in her DM.
Yeah, you just shoot. You see her, you shoot your shot later. More likely, knowing Facebook and Instagram, she's gonna come up as somebody you should follow because y'all walk past each other.
Yeah.
So you ain't even gotta, but then you gotta worry about the embarrassment of her screenshotting you, shooting your shot, and her rejecting you, which is a whole nother thing. It's one thing to be embarrassed for her to tell you no, but it's another thing for her to turn you down and then post it for the world to see that she shot you down.
That's true. And why I didn't know that you could turn on, what was that, in 2020? Because I think we were in my mom. Weston was living with my mom for 2 weeks. I didn't realize that when you screenshot a DM, people could see that.
Yes, they tell you that this message has been screenshotted.
I had no idea. So
they put that into play probably a couple of years after. I can't remember exactly when, but I remember when that became a thing.
Well, so my friend's ex-boyfriend, he had just asked how she was doing. He ain't say nothing crazy. Like we talk me and him talk sometimes, like send back like funny messages or something like that. Cause we all went to college together. And we'll talk like, well, we used to talk sports a lot because he lives in Atlanta. And so we would talk basketball a lot. And so he messaged me something. It was just some message we were sending back and forth. And then he asked, how was my friend? And I screenshot it to send her. And then I got this message. I don't think I got the message. I think he just messaged me like, I knew your ass was going to do that. And I'm like, do what? Like, I had no idea he could see it. I was so embarrassed.
Let's get back to some comments. So Gigi says, yeah, my boss is the same way. She is in Tennessee and I'm in Illinois. So there's no need to go to the office as long as my work gets done.
Yep, my boss lives in Cincinnati, which is 4 hours away from me. But even at my last job, when I started there, not when I left, but when I started there, my boss lived in Atlanta and she was remote. I was in the office, but she was remote. So I would still be not going to the office a lot. Not a whole lot, but.
Yeah, my boss lives in Wisconsin. So he ain't in the office but so often. So I think he's been there. Yeah, the last time he was there was my weekend the week I started. He was there that week and hasn't been back since January. And that's what he sat down and told me my first day. He said, you grown. Come to get your work done, come to the office when you want to. I'm not going to monitor it as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do. So I'm actually going into the office tomorrow for the second time in 2 years. Oh my God.
That's crazy.
I've been to the office 2 times this week. That was even like today. Me and CC worked out this morning and we was leaving from working out. And I was like, yeah, I need to hurry up because I'm going to the office. Are you going to the office on a Thursday? Yes, I'm going to the office.
I'll be making the same face now. You're going to the like I wasn't just going to the office 2 weeks ago. I'm like, oh, they're making you come in? Mm-mm.
I was like, no, I want to go to the office today.
That was unacceptable.
I go in 1 day a week, and I don't even want to do that.
I was kind of like that too, though. Remember before you started working there?
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, I don't mind going in once a week. And then I would be like,
one day come up and she would find every excuse in the world. She'd be like, the wind blowing a little too hard today. I'm going to stay home.
I can't go.
I ain't getting enough sleep last night. I think I'm going to just stay at home. I'm like, what? What?
And then he started working there and he was going in. And so I would finally start going in on my day that I said I was going to go in. Remote, but I have to go back to hybrid in 2 weeks.
Hybrid is not bad. I feel like
that's only because you've never been remote.
Right. I mean, that's someone coming from somebody who was putting in like hours at the job. Like I would get to work 8:45, 9 o'clock. Now I leave work some days until like 7:30. Hell, it was back before pre-pandemic. It would be days I didn't leave the office till 10 o'clock some days. So this job, like today, I left my job. The latest I have left the job today was I left at like 4:30, and that's the latest I've ever stayed in the office.
I don't think hybrid is bad either, but I feel like my job, well, where he works now too, my old job, I feel like they had it right. So if you don't have a remote position, like for me, my company's headquartered in San Francisco, so I'm not going in San Francisco. Yeah, so I'm not San Francisco.
It's like, well, I mean, it's on the outskirts of San Francisco.
San Antonio, I don't know. It's a lot of sand.
It's outskirts of San.
But so there's no office here, so there's really nowhere for me to go. But at my other job, it was like there was an office here, and no, I didn't have to go in every week. I didn't go in every week, but it was just nice for me to show my face because there were some of my client groups. Those guys were in the office, so I would try to come in, show my face, just say hey, try to build those relationships. You know what I'm saying? So
even though we ain't in the same building, we don't see each other. We weren't seeing each other's faces.
Yeah, we worked on like a campus, so we were spread out among the campus. Like I never saw him unless I literally walked over there. Like I had to walk into like a building across the street from his building, so I would walk over there and say, "Hey," I did that like twice.
Yeah.
But other than that, we didn't even see each other at work, so it's not like we're all in one building. So it was
we are moving towards.
Well, it was disjointed anyway, but it was just nice again for me to go in and see my face. If it was a nice day, you could walk through campus, walk to somebody else's office. For the record, I think they had it right. Like we didn't have days where they forced us to come in. So it wasn't like, oh, we're going back to hybrid. You need to be in the office Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But it was just kind of like the office is open. Our office has been open 5 days a week for probably, what is this, 22? This is April of 22. We shut down March of 2020. Our office has probably been back open 5 days a week since like November or December of 2020, somewhere around there. So with the office being back open 5 days a week, people could come in as they wanted. Nobody was really coming in at first, but then when COVID got a little better, we were like, okay, well, let's do these collaboration days. And so collaboration days were Tuesday and Wednesday, but it was still like, you don't have to come in if you don't, it wasn't a forced thing.
It was like a manager.
Yeah. So a lot of managers were like, oh, so the team can get together, try to come in on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but again, it wasn't like really a forced thing. And now it's still just kind of at manager discretion. So my manager didn't make us come in at all if we didn't want to. But I felt like they had it right because I didn't have to come in on certain days.
It was kind of more like a, hey, I'm going like, that's even like how, not my boss, but all on the same team. We and the boss on the other team and the meetings that I was involved in on her side, she would be like, hey, these are the days I'm going to be in the office. So I'm putting these meetings on your calendar and we can all meet in this conference room for these meetings if you're here.
Yeah. And that's what I like. I don't like to be forced to come in at a certain day. Like, even though I made myself come in on Wednesdays, that was my day, but I don't like to be forced. So if something happened and I need to move something around, I didn't want to have to tell somebody, oh, I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be coming in. I can't come in that day. Can I move it to Tuesday? So.
All right. Gigi says, I still get dressed every day, though. I still had to be presentable for meetings, at least from the top up. Yeah. I
get dressed too. But when people at my new company, they're wearing tank tops and all that. And I'd be like, yeah. On the meetings, first of all, it's a camera on culture like all the time. And I'm like, I don't see y'all every day, but it's a camera on culture, which whatever. I just slap on my wig. That's fine. But they like the one girl today, she was in like a tank top. I mean, they just don't care.
I know I saw on your orientation day, the one dude had on a hoodie and a hat.
Yeah.
When I get on camera, at minimum, I'm going to have on, I try to have on like some kind of, and that's most of it, my team too, going to have on some kind of apparel with the company logo on it. We're going to have somebody, even if we got on shorts at the bottom, the top, we got something with the company logo on it or a hoodie. Like, That's most.
I just want a regular. Like now,
Yeah.
I've gotten more casual, so I just want like a regular t-shirt. Like today, I do have some jeans on today, but even if I have on sweats, I just wear like a t-shirt. So this is just like a black long sleeve t-shirt. These Banana Republic long sleeve t-shirts, y'all. I didn't told you I got a green, red, black. I got like 3 whites. You gotta catch them on sale though, because they're $29 a piece. I ain't into paying $29 for a t-shirt, but so I try to catch them on sale. But if you do like paying $29 for a t-shirt, Banana Republic ribbed long sleeve t-shirts. I'm putting on.
C19 changed everything. What's C19?
COVID.
Oh, C19. Oh, the C word. I forgot. We can't say the C word. Not on here. We'll get in trouble.
Not just like yo. No, because Rochelle, she in nursing.
Oh.
That's why she said that. She going to work every day.
I mean, we say this every
remote and
every live, but yeah, I mean, the healthcare workers are unmatched, very appreciated, and I feel like the C word has really, like, it was I forget his name. I wish I could shout him out, but it's a vlogger who does a channel. He is about dedicated to nursing, kind of like what CC does with her professional woman stuff, and he does a channel dedicated to nursing. And he did a video like a couple of weeks ago. It was just like the death of nursing, and talked about basically how the C word has forced more like some of the stronger older nurses into retirement, because they're like, I'm not trying to work this. Maybe they had like 5-6 years that they thought they was gonna work, and they just like, I'm done. And they making the more younger, inexperienced nurses, they burning them out quicker, and they like, I'm done. So it's like nursing is just dying because
I feel like you gotta have a passion for nursing, and I like you gotta like helping people like that. You gotta have a passion for nursing, and I feel like also not only is it burning the nurses out who've been working, but they're also seeing, hey, all these people are working remotely. I could be working remotely. I could probably be making more money. I don't know about
making more money. Nurses make pretty good money.
Not that good when you talk about an entry level tech job, and you can like get a coding certificate. Like you can learn to code. Google has all of these like certification programs for free. You can go ahead for 6 months.
$80,000 to $100,000 entry.
Yeah, you can go for 6 months or at least $80,000 entry.
80 to 100.
I thought it was 100.
No, it's 80 to 100.
Yeah, easy, and working remote on your own hours.
Hey, Mara.
Hey, girl.
My husband works for the union, so he has never been remote.
Yeah.
CC love the union.
I don't love the union, but I was gonna say I'm happy I got away from the union.
I was being sarcastic when I said that.
No unionized workers for me.
Did you see, speaking of unionized, was that Florida, Georgia just won the case? I think it was Amazon. New York. Yeah, to unionize against Amazon.
It was the first one. It's coming.
And the dude who was like the lead guy, he was like, thank you to Jeff Bezos for going to space, because that was when we realized that was the first day that was the day that they filed their first motion to be unionized.
I remember I had interviewed for Amazon to work in one of their warehouses. I had an interview around the same time I had an interview for my last job. And it was like I had an interview within the same week, remember?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I should continue on with Amazon, because that was when they were first starting to build all of these Amazon warehouses. It was the first warehouse in Cleveland. It was close to my house. And it was like when they were first starting to build them here. And I was like, man, Amazon's such a great company. I don't know if I should continue on with this interview or stick with what I had. And the more I thought about it, like working in anybody's warehouse or distribution center, and it's hard work. I don't care what you're doing. And it ain't remote either. So It's tough shit. And then I remember talking to the lady, and I like warehouses or distribution centers. If you know anything about that, they are mostly unionized. For the most part, they're unionized. But Amazon was a non-union, and that was like one of the things she was like, we just pride ourselves on. Because I was like, well, what unions do you guys work with? And she was like, no, we're non-union. We pride ourselves on, not being unionized and the employees not organizing. And look at that, because once one start,
Oh, well, I already said that. There's like 4 other states that's about to join the lawsuit.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because Starbucks had that first one a few months ago.
At this point, going into the office is just inefficient. I'm far more efficient with 2 monitors and Microsoft Teams. I mean, I'm the same way. I got 3 monitors. I got 2 monitors in my laptop here, and I got 2 monitors in my laptop in the office. So I mean,
yeah, our job, they like let us take stuff home. So Dick can pass me that napkin.
Our job, you mean my job?
Oh yeah, I'm working on mine. Well, his job. They were nice enough and they let us take equipment home to get stuff for our home office. So if we needed monitors, if we needed webcam, if we needed a docking station, we were able to take all that stuff home to work at home just as efficiently as we did at work. Yeah. They didn't just leave us out there to dry.
For the laptop.
Yeah. They let us take all that stuff home.
I think if I was in a different department like customer service, I would have to go in every day. But since I'm in claims, I can do everything from home.
It's the best. It tastes like watery lemonade.
I told you that. Just like lemonade. It tastes like lemonade. No real liquor.
Where's the alcohol?
Yeah, don't really taste any liquor in there. Liquor. A hoodie. That's me. I mean, I feel like Fridays is hoodie day.
Do this got alcohol in it?
You done bought no wine without no alcohol?
It says strawberry lemonade rosé, a refreshing blend of wine and natural lemonade flavors.
It's right there, 4.2.
Where? Oh.
6 point. It's actually 6.5.
Where you at?
Under a hoodie.
Oh. Finally caught it live. Hey girl, welcome. I don't know what working remote looks like. I know. Shout out to the healthcare workers.
Oh, let me go make sure Mari put this phone on.
Mm-hmm. You work remote, Cassandra, as a nurse? You need to get with her, Rochelle. The Google coding classes, just Google them. I think LinkedIn has some too. They have these, like I said, these coding certificates, and they're self-paced, and some of them are free, some of them cost some money, but I mean, we're talking $600. That's nothing versus going to school and trying to get a degree in coding or whatever the case. So definitely, I would look into them seriously. Full now with post-COVID patients. Seeing a lot of respiratory patients. I believe that. Woo! Accounting numbers are not my thing. I'm more of a people person, people creative person. Clearly, numbers are really just not my thing at all. I've taken a few accounting classes. I had to take some for my degrees, and I mean, it was just basic accounting, so I did fine, but numbers just are not my thing. I feel like I would go crazy looking at numbers and balance sheet, income statement, P&Ls all day. That doesn't work for me, not at all. So, Mark and I actually went to Arizona last week. We went to Phoenix. If y'all don't follow us on Instagram, you definitely should. Same name, Bradley Party of 6. And we went to Phoenix last weekend, and it was so much fun. I mean, if you have never been to Arizona, I feel like, so I've never been to Arizona, and I don't know that I ever like in my mind was like, hey, let's go visit Arizona. Not saying that I wouldn't, but I don't just know that ever in my mind, that has ever come up, right? So we spent most of the trip in Scottsdale, Arizona. I mean, just so beautiful. Some beautiful homes, some beautiful areas. Just I mean, it's just hard to explain, like some of the views that you get to see. And Mark's friend actually lives in Phoenix, so we drove an hour out to go see him. He wanted to take us bike riding. He had been talking about this for months, right? Like, if you ever come to Arizona, because he got like really heavy into it. And he was like, if you ever come to Arizona, I'm gonna take y'all. So he took us, him and his girl, we met up with him and his girlfriend, and we went bike riding on this mountain. And when I tell you the views were so crazy, that was probably in the top um 10% of like best days that I've had. Um I want to say in my life, like it was just such a good time. And it was some stuff that I feel like when you go on vacation, you don't think about doing, you know what I'm saying? Like when we go on vacation, I'm telling them about the bike ride.
Oh.
It's like when we go on vacation, you know what I'm saying? You go to like vacation and you think about shopping and the restaurants that you're going to go find. And we did find a good restaurant too. But you think about shopping, you think about the restaurants, you think about a little sightseeing and stuff like that. But I feel like, going bike riding up a mountain, that's not really something that tourists probably do, because one, you don't have a bike with you if you had to take a plane there, you know what I'm saying? So just doing that, it was so much fun. Like I said, even though it burned really bad, my thighs and my legs, it was hard, but it was so much fun.
Yeah, I had to stop like 6 times for her, 7 times.
My legs were burning.
And it was beat. It was like she was pushing though. She did really, really, really well.
It was a 7-mile bike ride. And I probably could have kept going if it wasn't for all the inclines. Like,
that's what I kept telling you. Like, she wouldn't like. So I would be like telling her like we would come to a hill. I'm like, babe, you gotta fight through this hill now. Like we would be going, and she would just be like cruising. I'm like, all right, don't cruise. Get your legs going to get ready to go into the hill. If you don't, then you're gonna fight the hill. And that's what she would do. She'd be cruising through the hill. She get to the bottom. Now she gotta use all her strength to get to the top. When I would get to by the time I started getting to the bottom, I was already rolling. So I was hitting the hill like hard. And I look back and
I was tired, man. I ain't rode a bike in years, first of all.
I think that's on my I got a couple of those wrote down for because I gotta do some other things to get through the 75 days. So that's on my 75 days, biking a few times a week.
You want to buy a bike?
I got a bike.
Buy a new bike? The one Mark be using?
Yeah. It's my bike. You just be riding it.
But yeah, that was a good time. Like I said, I ain't rode a bike in years. So I did a couple times.
Oh, geez, yeah. More than a couple of times.
I had to get off a couple of times and like, I gotta walk this. I cannot ride this. I gotta walk this. My thighs were on fire.
It got to this one part. I remember this one part. I'd be like, all right, we're gonna stand here we're gonna walk this for a few minutes. We gotta go. And I was like, 1 minute. So we walked. Because I don't want to leave her. I was like, because at first we was like, go. And everybody just kind of took off. And I was gone. I was in the front and I'm like, I look back, I can't see her. I'm like,
well, going down the hill, I think I just had to get used to that because them bikes was going fast. And I'm like, I ain't never went this fast on no bike. I'm a fall. Like, we ain't had no safety gear on or nothing. I'm like, I'm gonna roll off of this bike and die. Like, this is what's about to happen. Like, when you go down them hills on that bike, like, so where we were actually going down the hill first.
It was more.
Which was
It was. I mean,
really
because it still was. It was
weird.
still hills going both ways, but it was more down hills than, which was weird because I thought like,
I thought we were going up, but
we did go up.
Well, it was more downhill getting there.
No, because our highest elevation was when we got to the top of the hill, but it's just more.
It was more downhill getting there.
By the time, because we went downhill, but it wasn't like we was going downhill. Because even when we got to the end part, we went up a really steep hill.
At the end. But that's what I'm saying. But for the most part, it was a lot of
I can't really. I don't know how to really explain.
I feel like it was a lot of decline getting to the top.
We was always going up, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it was a lot of decline getting to the top. So it was a lot of like I mean, literally, you could like cruise it, and it was just like decline.
And that's why your ass was getting left because you was just cruising in the beginning.
Well, no, because I was scared. I was like braking as I was going down some of them hills because I was like, this bike is going too fast. I'm going to die. And so I was like trying to go a little slower down the hills. Down the declines, but it was a lot easier. But then coming back, man.
Yeah, like I said, I waited on her a few times. I'm like, I'm not gonna leave you, because I was like, it's a couple. I look back, I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to. I'm like, babe, we're gonna have to keep this going though.
It was so fun though. It was so much fun.
The mountains don't seem real. Like, it was so like weird. Like, the whole city of Phoenix, that was the dopest part about Phoenix to me. Like, I've never been to Phoenix. I've been to other cities, and it's like, oh, they got big buildings, and like the city of Phoenix is wrapped around, like the whole city is immersed, like wrapped around mountains, which is really pretty. Like, every freeway you're on, the view of a mountain is it's to the left of you, it's to the front of you, and it's to the right of you. And obviously behind you, but you ain't looking behind.
That's how a lot of California is though too, ain't it?
No, it ain't like mountains. No, not at. I mean, there are mountains, but not like that's why they call it Phoenix not P Valley, but the Valley. They call it the Valley because it's wrapped around mountains.
It was a lot of fun though. It just like stuff like that. Like, we've never done anything like that on vacation. So to be able to do that was a good time. We was only there for 3 days. Not even 3 days, not even 3 whole days. So we packed as much as we could into them days and had a good time.
Yeah, it's just like, it looks, like I said, it's even when we would ride, I was like, it don't look like if you ain't never been there, I never thought I would see a city. I didn't think when I went there, all I thought about Phoenix. I had rolled through there on the airport, but I always just thought Phoenix is like this dumb hot city. It is probably, I said this on a post, but it's probably the most beautiful city I've ever been to. And I've been to some really pretty cities. Like, been to LA, I've been to San Diego, I've been to Dallas. I mean, I've been to some really pretty Cancun. I think Phoenix is probably the most beautiful city I've ever visited.
And I saw a cactus for the first time in real life. I didn't realize cacti got to be like 10 feet, 11, 12 feet tall. Like, there were some really tall ones. I thought they were all like smaller bushes. I didn't think they got that tall. So it was just so cool.
Where you at?
Never been to Arizona. It's one of my goals to travel more. That's like seriously, that's like always been a goal of ours in our marriage, was to travel.
We actually was talking, speaking of which, Mara down there, and we was just like, we have been said this, but we have talked about it, like doing more. We a little limited because we have all these damn kids here, but finding like just getting on like a cheap trip comes up and just being like, oh, it's a trip to, I don't know, Denver for the weekend, or somewhere in Colorado, and it's like $150 round trip. Boom, just grabbing it and just, let's go to Colorado. Let's see what's in Colorado. Never been there. Or Denver, or do that. Punta Cana for second honeymoon in November.
We love Punta Cana.
I love Punta Cana. Punta Cana.
Ain't that where we went last?
That's on my birthday.
Yeah, we went there last July. We love the DR.
I love
that was our second time.
Anything below Mexico is
Why you say it like
Mexico is beautiful. I love the closer you get to the equator, the more sun and fun and warmth. CC always come back burnt, but we have a good time.
Yeah, every time. Every time. I'm completely sunburnt for days. Can't put on makeup.
Be like for months, like her whole, like everything that gets covered is like a different tone. Like shit.
Well, yeah. But I'm tanned for that long, but I'm actually burnt for like a week, and I can't do anything.
Remember when you burnt your lips?
I didn't get burnt.
Burnt your lips
in Arizona. Oh yeah, because my lips even burned. The one time we went to Cancun, my lips even burned. Like they were so black.
I never even heard that before.
They were so black. Mount Lemmon in Tucson is some good riding. Oh, you're a bike rider? Mount Lemmon. We're going to keep that on the list. We're definitely going back to Arizona. We are definitely going back to Arizona. Have gotten off the bike.
She did that more than a few times. What
our total elevation was. I don't know. Can we see that?
Yep. I can tell you exactly
what is it.
I just screenshotted that in my stories.
Oh, did you?
But I can see it on my fitness thing. Our total elevation was 1,633 feet.
Ooh. Yeah, it was cool.
And the lowest was 1,243 feet.
Which means we started on the hill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean that whole thing. You see how we drove up to start.
Yeah, we did. I want to hike one of them. I just be
we come. Speaking of which, we came across a lady who, while we was riding a bike, she was running this trail. As she ran from the top of this hill, she had to run into the city to get 7 miles, and then she ran back up the hill to get 14 miles up this mountain. 15 miles.
She said she ran 15 miles. Like she was gone too. I mean, I was in that heat. It was hot out there. 15 miles.
I was thinking, like, you ain't had nothing else to do today that you decided I'm gonna run this whole, like she said, like they said she had the bottom of the hill is like the city. So she had to run 1.5 miles or 2 miles into the city in order to get her whole 15 miles. She
ran the entire trail and then was like, I need to also run into the city too. That would have took me like 6 hours. 15 miles.
Yeah, she was a beast. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Definitely look fake, like a Photoshop background. That's all I kept saying.
All of y'all's pictures too, especially y'all's pictures, like when y'all went to go to the Grand Canyon, and I think y'all were in Sedona. Like those pictures they look completely fake and Photoshop.
Even when you ride, like it would be like in the picture, the screen records, even the stuff like I recorded for like Instagram while I was like driving and stuff or riding and stuff, was like it does not like even paint the whole picture of how beautiful, like it doesn't do it justice how beautiful it looks riding on that freeway, or seeing that it doesn't know justice. Like you see it, you're like, oh, it's like breathtaking, like how beautiful it is.
Yeah. Tucson. Are you in Tucson now? Is that where you live, Roy? Drive up the mountains to get a break from the summer heat. It'll be like 40-degree difference.
Oh,
wow. Color. Oh, what color was this? I think it was called.
You like that color?
He did not. He does not like this color. He did not like it. He was like, that wasn't my favorite.
I just said that wasn't. I'm not a fan.
Is that the color you're getting? That wasn't my favorite.
I just said I wasn't a fan.
Whatever. I think it was chocolate mousse. OP. Is that right? Did I get it right? Did I remember right? Yep. It's OPI chocolate mousse gel. A gel color. Yep.
Maybe it's just your skin tone. I don't know. It's just.
What's wrong with my skin tone? You don't like it against my skin tone? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying maybe it just I don't know. I don't know. I just wasn't a fan. Speaking of which, my manicure, my little polish is gone, which I was getting compliments on my manicure all week. So
What'd you say that lady said?
which one? Because a couple women complimented me on my nails.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm just saying. I can't remember. I know the lady in the airport was like, Mr. Bradley, your manicure looks great.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Denver and Colorado Springs definitely on the list. Yes. I want to go to Denver. Is Colorado's? No, that's Aspen.
See, she want to go to Denver like when it's snowing in Cleveland. I'm like, I don't want to go from snow to most snow. She's like, it's a different kind of snow.
You get to go and do some skiing.
She just want to buy cute ski clothes to walk around the lodges
and take pictures.
Yeah.
Take photos for Instagram. We can go down the ski slopes.
Yeah.
Cacti are protected plant species in most Arizona cities. Believe it or not, people. Oh, really?
Steal them? Wow.
How do you even?
They like everywhere though. Why would you even want to? They like
yeah.
They're like everywhere. Like they on the side of mountains. They in front of Walgreens. They on the interstate. They on the sidewalk. Like
yeah, I was so excited. I took a picture in front of a couple of them. And
I felt something like this looks weird. She wanted to take a picture. She's like, you know, take this picture. We like in front of Walgreens, and she wanted a picture in front of with the cacti. I was like,
the first time I had ever been up close and personal with a cactus before. And I called the girls and Morgan and Mariah, and they were so excited because I FaceTimed them. They were so excited to see the cactus. Yeah, I made them take a picture in front of Walgreens with me in front of the cactus. In front of the cactus. It was so cool. Oh yeah, we took a picture at the wedding in front of the cactus too. We took several of them. Oh, that's when I had on my flats because my feet wouldn't make it anymore.
I think that was the whole wedding.
First of all,
I'm just saying. I think that was the whole wedding.
I would have been fine if it wasn't gravel.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I would have been.
I don't think so.
Whatever. What is it? Oh, be in Cincinnati at the end of June.
What's going on in Cincinnati? Is that the Jazz Festival? The Jazz Festival in July.
Yeah, that's in July. That's why it's my birthday.
Yeah.
Where? What was I gonna say to you? Oh, where are you again, Rochelle? I can't remember. What camera did I use? I had to say my iPhone. It was. I mean, y'all pictures looked great, really, really good.
Because iPhone cameras are great.
What does that mean? What are you?
Nothing.
It's all converted now, huh?
I'm just saying. She'd be like so mad at me because she'd be like, when we vlog.
Oh, you're talking about the video.
Yeah, I'm talking because I'm just saying because she'd be like, when we vlog, and I'd be like, she'd be like, you gonna take a camera? I'm like, I just use my phone. And I get like the side eye.
Because the camera quality is better. That's why we pay for the camera.
Why you pay for the camera?
Whatever. Somebody pay for it. In Dayton, but I do a cycling camp in Tucson. Oh, that's cool. A cycling camp.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. That's what LaRon was telling me. What's the name of this? He was telling me about, I guess it's some cycling person. He said, what is it? In
Cleveland?
Yeah, he said, hey, you guys killed that bike ride. You should consider this bike journey with me. They have an international group called Major Taylor that has chapters everywhere across the country. Major Taylor was an athletic black dude in the early 1900s who dominated the bike game amongst everybody. First African American to win in any sport.
So it's
like a
biking group.
Yeah, like a chapter. It's called Major Taylor, and they do biking throughout the country.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of cool because it was so much fun.
So yeah, Roy said, "Yep, I'm jumping down on comments."
Oh, yeah. Major Taylor and Dayton. Okay, it was a lot of fun. Skiing is not something I want to do. You gotta try it. You gotta try it once. I just want to try it.
Skates, me and anything like I can't. I'm for one. For me to be, I consider myself a pretty athletic person. But me and skates, skis,
It's not a skate.
skis, anything that go on my feet that's gonna make my feet go into the.
I got this last stand goal.
Oh,
so I'm let my last ring to close for the day.
Anything that makes my feet go in a direction in which I don't want them to go, I'm not per se a fan of. Like I can't skate. Like I suck. Like we used to have this thing called the roller drome here in Cleveland when we were younger. Well, it's still here,
it's just
but
a skating ring.
Skating ring. It's kind of like it was like the equivalent of basically Cascades on ATL. It was kind of like where all the teenagers went to go hang out and stuff on Friday nights, and I couldn't do it. I would try to get out there and do it, and I'd be like, I can't do it.
I'm not that great of a skater either, but
I could not do it, and because my feet go in ways I don't want to, or I'll be like pushing off on one leg, and I can't get both of them to go. Like I was like envious of people who could like be dancing and spinning and twisting.
They wasn't doing that. I guarantee you that. They wasn't doing that. I guarantee you.
Roll, bounce. Okay. I'm just saying, the old dude out there in the black leather skates, he'd be jumping and everything and twisting and sliding on ones. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. I was always envious of those people. I could never do anything like that. So I'm with you on the skiing. Would be a bucket list item. I probably would do it once and never do it again. I don't know. What you?
Thought I heard something. I don't know. We'll close this door. Irks me when it's open.
Oh. I went to Denver last month and it was fire. What did you do? What is there to do? What did you do in Denver, Rochelle, if you don't mind me asking? Well, I'm just saying, what do you like? What's some cool things to do out there? That's all I'm asking. That's like the first time I saw a palm tree. I wanted to take a picture in front of all of them. Palm trees are cool. I remember the first time I seen a palm tree when I went to Camp Pendleton when I was in the Navy, and I landed in California, and they like everywhere. I was like, oh my God. I had never seen a palm tree before. I was like amused with them. I was so infatuated with them. Like my first 6 months out there in California.
I probably saw them in Vegas for the first time when I was younger.
Yeah.
Do Florida got palm trees?
Florida has palm trees.
Oh, well, I went to Florida too when I was younger. So I've seen I don't remember being fascinated with them, but I was like 12 or 14 or whatever.
I was like, oh, right here. We have blue bonnet and people steal them. What is that? We have blue bonnet, and people steal them. What is that? Is that like a...
Yeah, what is blue bonnet? Google it. Oh, you're in Texas, Rochelle. Okay. iPhone back camera is the business.
Yes, it is.
You'll be trying to use the front camera too.
I do, but also since I changed that resolution. Oh, these little pretty blue flowers.
People steal those? What they doing with them?
What's somebody doing with a cactus?
You're right. Why is people stealing this stuff?
That's like purple. That's more purple than blue.
It's not black people, is it?
What is look? I mean, I guess if it's called a blue bonnet, it should be blue. Oh, it's the name of a purple flower.
Oh. Like, why are we stealing this? Why are we doing that? Why is this thing not changing? I've been up for over a minute.
Is it 10 o'clock yet?
It told me it was. I almost had it. It just said stand up.
Oh.
That means I should only have a minute left.
We already talked about Major Taylor. I think I might check that out for real.
We're going to have to Google that.
We are driving there, and it's going to take us 17 hours. We are having a church conference for 1 week.
17 hours. Well, I remember we drove. So when I was 15, we drove from Cleveland to Atlanta for a church conference. And
it was on a bus ride, right?
No.
Oh, wow.
It was just me, my mom. I'm not my mom. It was me, Erica, and my cousin Janelle, and my auntie Alicia and my dad. And we drove to Atlanta. Well, I think it was 13 hours. Maybe.
Yeah, I've done that. I've done a drive to Mobile, probably like 7 summers in a row. It was like 16 hours to
Yeah.
Mobile, Alabama. So
like we drove to Atlanta.
Mobile and Greenville, Alabama.
And we went to the like one day of the church conference, and then the rest of the time we didn't go.
Don't Rise, like I remember Don't Rise. See, I'm pretty sure you got some kind of like I used to have to watch them rise down to Alabama, listening to like Johnny Taylor and yeah.
Well, I was 15, so at that time, we had our own like CD players and stuff, and I had a phone. Well, phones didn't do nothing back then, but we had our own like CD players and stuff like that. I remember Ashanti's first CD had just came out, and so we was listening to Ashanti, and then back then me and Erica really loved to sing, so we would do like sing-alongs. And I remember we was getting
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure if I was like, y'all need to shut up. I was just about to say that.
We got on their nerves, and we was probably like 4 hours out, and they made us be quiet for the rest of the run.
That would be me. I was like, I would definitely be me. Y'all need to.
And my auntie was so mad at us, and we were doing sing-alongs, and we kept reenacting the car scene from Love and Basketball when he was like, "Who you going to the dance with, Spalding?" And we just kept reenacting that scene.
I would have been, because that would be me. That would be me.
Oh, they was so pissed off at us.
Because there's been several times where I would be hell even in Chicago, right? When we just did a Chicago trip, 6 hours and some change, and I was like, all right, Ryan.
Oh my God.
Right. You say this last thing, and we are done talking for a little while now. Like
that Chicago trip. You know what? The freeway part of the trip wasn't that bad. It was when we got to Chicago, and it took us 2 hours to get from like the Chicago border to our hotel because of the traffic.
Mariah, it was like I said, Mariah will just ask questions for like, she'd be like, "Daddy,"
or not even the questions. It'd be like, "Hey, mom, guess what? Hey, mom, guess what? Guess what? I don't want to fucking guess, right? What you want?
Dad, did you know that my teeth fell out last week? Yes, I know your tooth fell out last week, right?"
Yeah, she be putting out random facts. Do you know penguins are the only bird that can't fly? Right? What are you talking about?
I'm like, I asked her a couple of weeks ago, like, do you just talk so you can hear yourself talking? Like, I'm more like, yes, she does.
Yeah, she just pull out random facts and just start going.
See, I can skate, but it's got to be quads. No rollerblades for me. Hurts my ankles too bad. Maybe that's why I don't want to ski.
Oh, quads, like the 4-wheel skate, like skates, not rollerblades.
Oh yeah, me too. I can't skate on those either.
I had rollerblades when I was younger, and I remember using them, but I don't know. I haven't skated or rollerbladed.
Yeah, I suck at skating. Period. I don't want. I hate to be athletic. I suck at skating and I suck at dancing. So I know you ain't laughing.
I start the electric slide.
I know you ain't laughing.
Why is this still at 9? Like, what are we doing? It told me to stand up 15 minutes ago.
I don't know.
Oh man, the electric slide. This guy, it's 4 moves.
And I'm gonna get him. I got him.
Left, back, stomp. That is literally it.
I got that part. I gotta be able to get it to the point where it's cool. I can.
You don't have it. Do it right now.
I don't know. No.
Sure,
why are you trying to put me on the spot?
Put the music on. Sure, bud.
Then we'll get a copyright infringement.
I could just sing it.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Oh my God.
I got some advice from my cousin, so I'm gonna just get out there and I'm gonna just go with it. So embarrass myself and go with it.
Me.
It's my wedding, so I can embarrass myself if I want to.
I'm so tired of this watch. We went to Mile High and went to a downtown outside mall and an outlet shopping. What is Mile High though?
I know Mile High Stadium. That's where the Broncos play, but that's like I think that's the highest elevation in Denver. Like, Denver is really got some really high.
It's a mile high.
I'm assuming
it's 3,000 plus feet high.
Denver. They always talk about like when you play in Denver, like players who play in Denver, Like they have like if normal football teams who play in Denver, they might have. I mean, in other cities, they may have like 1 or 2 oxygen tanks on the sidelines. Like when they go to Denver, it's like 5 or 6 because the air is so thin that they can't breathe. The breathing is harder up there. So
yeah, I do want to get to Denver. One of the good places. We've done Texas.
we've done Dallas.
We've done Dallas. Yeah, I've been to Dallas twice.
I've been to Houston, but I don't think I've been to Houston with you.
You haven't been.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind doing Houston. And I was in the service when I did Houston.
Like, and I also want to get out of the country too. Like, and get out of our North American bubble. Like I've never been outside of North America. So Canada, Mexico, Caribbean.
We're trying to go to Paris next year, possibly.
I would love to go to Paris, and
Speaking of which, we got to get with to see if we're gonna do that again with Erica.
Yeah. But I think they're going
this year.
Mm-hmm. They're going this year.
No.
You can't do the electric slide. Can you?
Why are you trying to put me on blast? Look,
I didn't ask the question.
So to bluntly answer that question, the full answer will be no. I can't. I've been learning the electric slide, and then what's the other one?
Keeping me up all night trying to learn the electric slide. Like it's 4 moves. What is we learning here? I can say it, and the kids could catch on and do it.
I can do it, and I get into it, and I can do it. I'm not smooth as I want to be with it yet. So, I'm trying to learn the electric slide and the wobble by our wedding. That's my 2 goals: is to learn the electric slide and the wobble by the time we renew our vows in September. I want to be able to do those 2 line dances in September. So, and I want to be able to be cool with the electric slide. I don't want to just I want to be able to spin and tap and turn around and all that stuff. So yeah,
ain't nobody spinning and tapping.
I want to do.
Nobody's doing that.
I want to be able to do the extra shit that people be doing. So
no Vegas.
I got a couple people.
Girl, jump on the flight, just go.
My boy who cut my hair, he ain't never been. He always talk about like he was like, oh man, he love Vegas, and I'd be like, Vegas is a good time. Like, see. So I have to when I make her get off the table and we go do other stuff, but
that blackjack table be calling me every time I get to Vegas. I could sit there for hours.
Yeah, that
blackjack table be calling me.
So, but yeah,
we love Vegas. I love a good long weekend in Vegas, like a good Thursday, Friday. Get there on Thursday, be there for Friday, Saturday, leave on Sunday. That's like the perfect amount of time in Vegas because you'll go broke if you stay.
Not if you don't stay on the blackjack tables, you won't. It's funny because when we go out there, I remember we actually legit had I'm gonna say this, and she said her rebuttal, and then we'll move on to this. We had an argument. It's probably like 5 years ago. I think because when we went out there for a wedding, for my cousin got married, and she said.
That was 6 years ago. Uh-oh. Well, it'll be 6 years this year, so it was 5 years.
She was like, people don't go to Vegas to win. They go to Vegas to have fun and gamble. I was like, I don't go to Vegas to just give Vegas my money.
It ain't to just give Vegas your money, but if you're going to gamble in any capacity, you're like, hopefully you're not trying to win your.
You ain't gotta try to. But that was the thing. Like she was trying to convince me. We lost like a G out there, damn near a G. Like she lost damn near a G. I think I made like $200-300, so we offset. But that's usually what happens. She goes, she have a good time. That's the thing though. It ain't like she suck at gambling. I'm not trying to make what she does is this. She'll get out there, and I do the opposite. She'll get out there, and she'll put like $100-200 on the table. She'll be up like $300-400 or something, and just bet it all back, and then be like, I need some more money, babe. I'm like, what? You was just up like $200. Where? Me, on the other hand, I'd be like, I'm playing this $100. These $100 worth of chips is right here. These
inflation, $100 on each bar.
So what I do is I put my $100 worth of chips here, and everything I win goes over here. So once these chips is gone, I'm done. Regardless of what this side of the chip table look like, once these is gone, I'm done. Not her. That's not how she plays. So we had like a legit argument back and forth. Like, dude, I don't go to Vegas and just give Vegas my money. Like, this is not what I do.
I would like to win, but if it don't have gambling is
it happens though. You win. You just don't get up. Roy says, I still can't do the electric slide either. Boom. Been trying since he was a kid. And I ain't been trying since I was a kid.
It's 4 moves, Roy. Come on. Come on now. It's right, left, back, stomp. That's literally it. Need y'all to figure it out.
I was just talking about this. Like, I was always like, I don't know if it was just, I would say I was trying to be the cool kid. I was trying to be the cool kid in high school. I never did the line dances. But it's probably more so because I knew I couldn't do the line dance. And I just sat on the sideline whenever the line dance
came over. Nobody can do it
till
they do it.
So probably should have tried to learn how to do it when I was in high school. Maybe I wouldn't be so intimidated by doing it now. But at least Roy with me. So
you're not cool with the electric slide. Yeah, that's not even a cool one. That's the old people line there.
Yeah, Bronco Show said Bronco Stadium. That's what there. That's my thing. Whenever we visit a city, I drag her along. I make her go check out like all of the stadiums whenever we go to a city.
No, we did that this weekend. We went to go see the baseball stadium, the basketball.
That's what I said. Whenever we go to a city, that's what I said. I drag you along to go check out every stadium whenever we go to a city. So yeah, I always going to see what the football stadium look like. With the basket, and I always check in with my father-in-law because it's funny because every time I go to one, I'll be like, yeah, we still like the only city that don't have on-site parking for our football team. Like our football team stadium is probably like for most of parking at Cleveland Brown Stadium, it's at least at minimum a quarter mile. Some people it's like a legit mile and a half walk to the stadium. Mile to a mile and a half walk to the stadium.
So anytime there's a Browns game down, if you're trying to go downtown, like there's a piece of it always shut off for pedestrians because a bunch of people are walking from the parking lot and they have to
parking lots because there's multiple of them.
Finally, and they have to like cross over the freeway to get there. So some of the freeway exits are closed because they have to literally cross the freeway exits to get to the stadium from the parking lot to the stadium. Because there's the parking lot is on the other, like it's like the stadium, the freeway, and then the parking lot.
Lots.
Yeah. Like so the parking lot is literally across the freeway from the stadium. It's weird.
Yeah. So we're like legitimately all of the football stadiums I visited. We are like the only team without our own stadium parking lot. It's weird.
And nowhere to put it either, really.
Not there. I mean, we would have to.
The water is on the other side.
We would have to change, which Cleveland has been asking that whenever we build this new stadium. That's why I honestly think that they're trying to get good now. So when they come to ask the city of Cleveland for money to build a new stadium, there's no angst because the team is actually good. But they're gonna have to build it. Honestly, they're gonna have to build it. They're gonna have to build it somewhere. I want them to build it somewhere else, but they're gonna have to build it somewhere else. And we are like the only city too that like all of our sports teams are like right on top of each other.
Oh,
like,
you are?
That's since I've seen. I haven't seen
everybody else stuff in downtown.
Well, you just seen when we was in Phoenix. Like the Cardinals, the Cardinals the Cardinals was way on another part of the city.
Yeah. So oh my God, that was a freaking nightmare when the Cavs were in the finals. And the Indians
was in the World Series.
Were in the World Series at the same time. That was in 2016.
No, that's when the Indians was in the World Series and the Cavs was playing the opener when we was unveiling our championship banner.
Yeah, the opener. So it was a freaking nightmare.
You didn't get downtown before 4:00. You wasn't getting out of downtown until like 7:00.
Yeah, it was terrible. So I was working at the casino downtown at the time, and we were all trying to figure out like how we can what time people can leave in order for them to get out at a certain it was crazy.
Yeah. This is a level 1.
Yeah, it is. It's like the first one you learn. Do the electric.
I know how to do the Cupid Shuffle easy because it tell you what to do.
Let's do it.
The Cupid Shuffle? Why would we do the Cupid Shuffle?
Let me see you do it. I ain't never seen you do it. You talking about you could do it?
You've seen me do the Cupid Shuffle.
When?
I've done the Cupid Shuffle a few.
You are a liar.
I'm not. It's to the left, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the right.
Stardust.
Well, they telling you the directions right there.
There's only
No,
three directions.
Kid. It's telling you what to do.
You were just doing it off beat right there.
Oh, I'm singing a song. I'm off beat. You need to tell her that. I just want to go to Vegas and have a good time, not to gamble.
I did not. I'm not a gambler here.
What?
I'm not a gambler at home.
You're not a degenerate gambler. Yeah, at home.
Yeah,
right.
I'm not a gambler at home. So I don't think I've ever.
In Vegas, you can't walk past the table without winning stop.
I don't think I've ever gambled at our casino at home. I'm here. And for 3 years, I wasn't able to because I worked there. But I don't think I've ever gambled. Yeah, I haven't. I've never gambled at our casino here. There's something weird about gambling in your own city. I feel like this is money I should be spending on my babies or my mortgage or something. But when I'm in Vegas, and it's not even every city.
Not even in Vegas, because when we went to Niagara Falls, her and Pops ran over to the casino.
Yeah,
that was another night I had to stick chips in my pocket because she was.
Yeah, you're right. So you're right. Any place except for home, I like to gamble.
In Cancun, well, Punta Cana. We broke even in Punta Cana. I was like, all right, it's been an hour, babe. We're leaving. Do we have to? Dude, you have fun. You satisfied your palate. We broke even. We're leaving.
I did gamble there. Oh, and when I worked at the casino, we used to go to Detroit.
Yes.
I used to gamble there all the time. I loved gambling in Detroit. So yeah, I am a gambler. I am. Just not at home, just not in Cleveland. But we don't go anywhere often to gamble. So when I'm out, I'm like, make it rain on the blackjack table.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we just gambled in Toledo too.
Yeah.
We went to Toledo.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, you're a degenerate guy. You, like I said, anything outside of the city of Cleveland, she can't walk past a table that she don't. Now, let me say this. Because she a picky gambler. She be like, oh, $20 table. I ain't doing that.
I'm a cheap table.
No, it's a funny thing. It should be like, I ain't doing a $20 table, but then get to the table and make $20 bets when she's like, I don't want to be pressured and have to make it $20 bets.
I don't like it. Because my money get low and I only need to bet 10, and that's what I'm gonna be doing. $20 table, you do 5 $20 bets in a row, you lose. That's your whole $100.
See, I'm the opposite. Like, I go to Vegas, I can have a good time in Vegas with or without the tables. I don't need the tables.
I can have a good time too. We did a lot of good stuff when we went in 2019. We ate at some good restaurants. We found some good restaurants. When I went
out to Vegas without her. The last time I went out to Vegas, I was with her. I went to the fight. Me and my boy hung out. We ate. We took some sights. I think I've seen the table once.
I like to take sights, but I also like to gamble. I like to visit the Sephora and the Venetian. Oh, it's so nice.
That's the other thing I didn't have to do. I didn't have to shop.
They have every single freaking thing. Like every single brand at the Sephora and the Venetian.
I don't think I've ever been to a city with CC that we did not go to Sephora.
Yeah, because we definitely went to Sephora this weekend in Phoenix.
We went to Sephora in Toledo a couple months. Yeah. We go to Sephora in every city that we go to. For some reason,
we wouldn't have went this weekend, but it was the sale. I also needed an angled brush because I left my angled brush for my brows, but it was the Sephora sale and things sell out quickly, which I showed you. Things were selling out. That store was full and things were selling out quickly if you don't get to the stuff yeah.
Okay.
It does.
Okay.
It's not my fault. You didn't participate in the Cupid Shuffle in Arizona.
Where's mom?
Mara said you didn't participate in the Cupid Shuffle. Where were you?
I don't do line dances, but I can do the Cupid Shuffle.
I've never seen him do the Cupid Shuffle, for the record. He's making that up.
I'm not making that up.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I will be drunk at our wedding. I will be doing the Cupid Shuffle.
Were you drunk at?
I was not drunk.
You wasn't?
How you think I got us back to our room?
Oh yeah.
You was drunk and geeked, super geeked. I was not drunk. If I was drunk, we would have made it back to our room that night.
It was a really nice. It was like we went to the most beautiful wedding this past weekend though. They had an ice cream truck.
It was like it was like in the middle of the desert.
Yes. I mean, oh my God. The
sun was setting.
And their pictures are everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sun was setting, and it was like you said, it was the middle of the desert. We had filet mignon for dinner.
Like the reception was at like this beautiful barn. And when you say barn and beautiful, you don't think, but if you guys seen these pictures, like this beautiful barn, it was like this outdoor, like cocktail hour. It was like it's
fire pits outside. I mean, it was so pretty, and they had like a cigar bar where you could go and like smoke cigars because they're into cigars. Or
Marlon is
one of them are into cigars, so they had like a cigar bar. They had like an ice cream truck that served like espressos because everybody literally for the most part flew in, and a lot of us flew in. Yeah, a lot of us flew in from this time zone. So like we were all like, most people flew in like the day before or that day, so nobody was like used to the timing yet, to the time change, and so they had espressos at the ice cream truck, and it was like right on time. He came over like, I got you a coffee, and I'm like, oh my God, you're such a good man. It was like 9:00, and I feel like everybody.
It wasn't even 9:00 there yet. It was like it was like 8. It was probably like 8:30 when I had you that coffee, but obviously, mind you, 8:30 in Arizona is 11:30 back here, so we were all. It was like. Let's just say we were when we weren't out there long enough to adjust to the time change. So when we got back home, 4:00 felt like 4:00. It didn't ever feel like we just felt like we were staying up super late when we was out there.
Yeah. And every day we're up at like 6 a.m.
Yeah, minimum. I think the last night we were there, our alarm clock woke us up. That was the first night that the alarm clock.
The last day,
our alarm
and we had to get up for the plane. Which we had to get up at 5:30.
Yeah,
for the plane.
Every other day, like I was literally up every day, and like because I'm used to getting up at like 7:30, 8:00. So every day I was up. I woke up and had to force myself to go back to bed, but I was up every day at like 4:30, 5:00 in the morning out there.
Yeah. We went to this really good brunch place called
Hash Kitchen.
Was it kitchen or house?
I thought Mara would know.
Let me see. I'm about to look. I got it in my photos. It was either Hash Kitchen or Hash House, and it was Hash Kitchen. Turntables and mimosas is what the menu says, and so they had like this bar, like a full bar, and
it was just a really cute setup.
Yeah, cute brunch setup. The food was really good. I enjoyed myself there a lot. And then we went to this other.
We don't need to mention that place.
Yeah, that place was okay.
We're not going to talk about that place.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno. Yeah.
But yeah, that place was okay. It was called OEB.
Yeah.
And it was like another breakfast place. I think the service just wasn't that great. So yeah. But we went there.
I can't pronounce the name.
Kitchen. What? Van Turner. Cece, let's go. Let's go. When? Just tell me. We out. We are out.
Okay.
I'm going to Vegas.
She's gonna be like, "Babe, you gotta come too."
What? I go to Vegas by myself.
No, you
stay right in the casino.
And you'd be calling me and she'd be on the phone with me every day. What y'all doing?
I'm about to think about them.
Okay.
Sephora is a must. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Doesn't do line dances. I'm always doing. Same here. He refuses to even come out and try.
I let you have a good time. I watch you.
You can come out and try.
When the music come on, we'd be one of the few couples out there dancing. I'd be one of the few husbands out there dancing when the music come on.
But you can do the line dances too.
I'll let you have that.
Whatever. You'll never learn if you don't get out there.
Well, I'm gonna know how to wobble and electric slide. On September 29th, I'm gonna have it.
Whatever. sweating. We're getting closer to the wedding. We're super excited. We went over kind of everything on, what was that, Monday or Tuesday? We like went over the different packages and the prices because we haven't had to choose our like finishings and colors and stuff like that yet, our DJ and all that. So we went through like all the prices and the guest list and everything. We just kind of sat down, took an hour, and went through everything. And I'm so excited. I still have not started to look for a dress yet.
Talk about now business.
To look for a dress?
No, before we wrap this up.
Oh, but I still haven't went and looked for a dress yet. So I will be doing that soon. But I'm so excited. Like I'm just so excited. I don't know. This time around, like the first time around, the dress was like everything. That was the most important. Like I was like, my dress has to look great this time around. The dress really isn't that important to me. I just want to go and have a really good time with like family and friends and just enjoy ourselves. I keep saying this, but it's just crazy to me. First of all, it's crazy to me that we're like the old married couple at 10 years already, but it's also crazy to me because like we literally talked about this from year one. Like after our first wedding, we were like, we're gonna do this shit again. We had so much fun at our first wedding. We're like, we're gonna do this shit again. At year 10, we're gonna do it our way. In 10 years, we're gonna do this. And we have been talking about doing a destination 10-year vow renewal for 10 years at this point. Well, 9 years at this point. And to see us like really doing it is crazy. Like, you know, you just kind of throw shit out there. You don't really know if it's going to stick, but you just kind of throw it out there. But it's stuck. And here we are.
Definitely going to be a good time. I'm excited because it's bringing a lot of firsts to our family. Like, I feel like we were one of the...
Oh, that's Vanessa.
What?
Van Turner. Vanessa, I didn't know that was you. She just texted me. Oh. You know what, Vanessa? I was serious 2 months ago. That's all I got to say.
But I just think it's dope. It's like, for one, we getting a lot of firsts for a lot of our family and friends who don't have passports and have never been out of the country. So to get them out of the country and to come down and experience Cancun, like people be like, y'all go to Cancun, y'all go to Mexico like every year, and we'll be like, yes, because it's a vibe, and you should be there too.
I've never had a bad time in a tropical place with a margarita in my hand. I have never ever had a bad time.
So I'll be like, so to get that experience and to get family and friends to come down to be able to watch us do this. And another cool thing is another thing that I'm excited about is our kids talk about all the time. Like they used to say when they was younger, why didn't we get to come to the wedding? Because you were here, not here. So the fact that they get to be a part of the wedding and they're at the wedding or vow renewal is going to be dope. They always talk about like all the pictures and stuff. I'm like, y'all look like y'all had so much fun. Why couldn't we come?
Yeah.
So that's going to be dope. It's going to be dope to get them to be there, getting them there.
I was gonna say they also ask about Mexico like every time we go to Mexico too. Like, how come we can't go to Mexico? So yeah, so it'll be nice to take them. Like I never went out the country as a
stuff these kids,
as a 2-year-old or as an 8-year-old or as a 7-year-old or as a 14-year-old.
All the stuff these kids did, I never did. I'd be like, you know what your dad did for vacation when he was a kid? Your mama packed him up in a van and drove me down to Mobile and Greenville, Alabama. That's what I did for vacation. Like,
well, we took family vacations, but like we only got on a plane twice. The rest was kind of driving, but we did take family vacations. We went to Vegas once. We went to Florida once with our parents, and then we went to we went to Washington, D.C. a couple times. We went to Niagara Falls in Canada a couple times. We went to Chicago. We went to Virginia. So we did go traveling as kids. Like my parents did take us places. We went to Detroit. My parents did take us places. But like nothing like this, you know. I was talking to my friends. I'm like, this is like hella money, like out the gate. Like before we even go anywhere, you got to get the kids' passports. It was almost $600 to get these 4 passports. Not to mention, it was like $60 for the pictures. for them to take for the passports. And I'm like everything is just so expensive, but I'm happy and grateful to have the means to be able to do it.
So let's get these last comments out of the way before we get out of here. Let's see. Mars said they still struggling.
That's so y'all got back after us though.
Yeah. We landed. It was kind of like
and got there before us.
Right. We kind of touched down in Cleveland, and was like, it's go time. We had kids to get ready for school the next day. She had to get to work on Monday. It was like, I slept that was the first flight I've ever slept the entire flight. Like the lady had to wake us up to hand us our stuff. Like I slept the whole time, and for the first time on a flight.
I finished reading my book.
I was beat. Like I came out there, speaking of which, I told Mara that when we came out there, I came out there with the mindset of I'm on go. Like I'm in Vegas mode. I'm here. Because I was the reason we got to do all the stuff we did on Saturdays, because I woke her up at like 6:30 in the morning, like, hey, let's go sightseeing. And it's like 4 hours. We drove around the city for like 4 hours, just seeing stuff, stopping places, seeing stuff, stopping places, seeing stuff.
It was fun. I ate the best donut too. Downtown Phoenix, it was the best glazed donut I think I've ever eaten. It was like soft and warm. I forgot what that place is called. It was so good though. It's right across the street from the baseball stadium. If you're ever in Phoenix, it was good.
But yeah, I was just in go mode. I was like, I'm here in Vegas. Like we touched down, dropped our stuff at the airport. I mean, the hotel, and we went out to eat, and we went to the store, and then I was hanging out.
Yard House was pretty good too. Yeah. We went to Yard House to eat the first night. That was pretty good.
And I stayed up because I was gonna hang out with the groom, and we ended up not doing that. So I was up late that night, and it was just a go. We was on go we woke up on Friday, worked out. It was just a go. We was on go the whole time out there. So when we landed in Cleveland on Sunday, it was still on go.
Yeah. I'm about to go keep reading. I'm about to go get my book. I want to show y'all this book.
So you better hurry up.
I am. It's right here in the other room.
I want to see it on vlog, Mark, of y'all doing all the podcasts. If you follow CC on Instagram, you'd have seen me practicing. She think it's funny to record me on the struggle bus of me trying to figure out these line dances. So she records me, but yeah, it'll definitely be in the vlog. We are actually planning on, that's one of the expenses that we are putting into our Devour renewalers. We're gonna pay for them to do some extra recording of us, and obviously we're gonna be doing our own vlogging down there too. So
I can't wait. My husband and I are gonna renew our vows at 20 years. That's what a lot of people do. 20 years. Definitely, a lot of people do 20 years.
For our 10 year, we focused on the second honeymoon. Yeah, I think 10 years. We like I said, we kind of sought out that we were definitely doing 10, just because our original wedding, not that it wasn't the way we wanted it, but we just like kind of wanted to do.
Our wedding was great. I feel like we had so much fun. That's kind of how this idea came up, because we had so much fun at our original wedding. Like, it was just like a huge party, and we had such a good time. And after that, we was like, we got to do that again. When's the next time we're going to do that again? And it was like 10 years. And shoot, I just feel like, I don't know, the way people be leaving this earth so fast. Celebrate as much as you can. Everything you can celebrate.
You can celebrate.
Like, honestly, we try to make every day a celebration for real. Oh, let me show y'all this. So I went and bought this book the day we left on last Thursday, All Her Little Secrets by Wanda M.
You read
Morris.
that book in 4 days?
Yes. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I didn't read it that much on Friday and Saturday because we was in Arizona. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I finished this entire book. It's almost 400 pages. It was so good. Black author. It was so good, y'all. I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for a good book to read. It's a fiction novel. So I try to switch out between like self-help and nonfiction books and fiction. I feel like you need a little bit of both in your life. If you're a reader, you'll understand. It's self-help books are cool, financial books are cool, but sometimes you just need something like lighthearted. You know what I'm saying? Something fiction to read, and just something mindless to read. And this is such a good freaking book. Like, I'm telling you, you have to read it. All Her Little Secrets Wanda Morris. Only thing about buying these books now, I don't know what to do with it. I read it in 4 days, and I'm like, maybe I should.
Full of smut, like the rest of your books.
My books are not full of smut.
Okay.
And this is not that type of book.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking. I just know your non like self-help books be full of smut.
No, they don't.
They do be full of smut.
No, they don't.
I listen to her audiobook. I walk past and she listening to an audiobook or something. I'd be like, or like the name of the book is Dirty Daddy Come Home. Or something. I'd be like, what is you reading, dude?
You're such a liar. But yeah. Vanessa found that funny. Really. But yeah, this is such a great book. I'm telling y'all.
Because Vanessa know what books I'm talking about. Y'all probably all be reading them smut books. Books. And you know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
What's that author name? You know who I'm talking about. What's the name of the author? Don't act like you don't know now. Who be writing all them books?
You talking about Zane?
Oh, not even Zane. Not even Zane. It's the other person. I can't remember. You know the books I'm talking about. Don't make me pull out your audio books. I can pull up your audio book right now. I can pull up your audio books.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Anyway. Get this one. I feel like I want to like do maybe a giveaway. Like once I read books, like do a giveaway. It's such a I just feel like it's such a waste. That's why I try to do mostly audiobooks and like Kindle books because it's such a waste. Like I read this book in 4 days. I spent on this? $17. Read it in 4 days, and now I have nothing else to do with it. And for my fiction books, I don't like to keep them because I'm never gonna read it again because I already know what happened, right? So I would only read like sometimes the self-help books again.
Donate to school.
Well, I did. I donated a lot of books before, but I was thinking maybe do like a giveaway on my Instagram or YouTube or something.
Yeah, that's cool.
For a book, if anyone wants it. But yeah, I have so many books. I'm trying to stop buying them because I will buy books all day, and books get expensive. Said Mark is too funny with the smut books.
She know what I'm talking about. I don't know why she's trying to pump fake down here like she don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
I'd be like, what is you listening to?
A book.
Or what is you reading? It'd be like a picture of like a man like this, and then a woman in the middle, and another man on the side looking all like with his shirt off or something. Like, what is this?
Now you making stuff up. You know it.
Don't make me go. Was it Jerome?
It's Eric Jerome Dickey.
Yeah.
First of all, Eric Jerome Dickey has passed away.
What? It don't matter. Don't mean he ain't write no smut books.
You talking about books from the 90s.
It don't matter. All them smut you was reading, whatever. All them smut books you were reading.
Anyway. All right, y'all. It's past 10:30. Past our bedtime. Got any final words?
Nothing. See y'all again in 2 weeks. All our fun from Arizona will probably hit the channel. Honestly, probably hit it this week. More likely.
We got vlogs before Arizona, I think. Maybe we got like 2 before Arizona.
We'll see. If not this week, next week, the Arizona vlogs will be up. But make sure you check out. We have a new vlog will be up on Sunday, and Sunday, probably Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday this week. We going. So vlog coming here next couple of days. So make sure you check it out.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Oh, in 2 weeks too, we'll talk about our little challenge that we're doing. Our challenge that we're doing.
Abbreviated challenge.
Again. So it's still a challenge. But we're starting a new challenge, a new fitness challenge again. We're starting it on Monday, so we'll be able to give you guys a little peek and a little update on how we're doing the next time we talk to you live. Between that, and I'm sure we'll put some stuff on our Instagram too, so make sure you're following us on Instagram. But that's it. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Have a good week, 2 weeks, whatever the case, and we'll catch you in the next one.